The stretch run begins tonight inside a packed Barton Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Two teams hungry, famished, desperate for a win to keep their playoff hopes alive in a Friday night primetime edition of the PLL on ESPN, powered by Ticketmaster. Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Cotter alongside Paul Carcaterra. Carc, these are two teams that desperately need a win, but if they get a win tonight, they're still alive. Come the Woods. Glazner, he'll fire a shot and score!
That goal packs a punch for many reasons. Eddie Glazner, 30 in green, is the vocal leader of this defense. But he's also getting involved the last few weeks in the transition game. Cannons don't respect him as an outside threat. The reason being that you have all these guys who stretch the defense, like Sergio Perkovic and Miles Jones, substituting on the fly. You're more concerned about them. Don't forget about Eddie.
Glazner's second goal of the year. Both of them have been two-point shots here, out of Virginia, and he's been a real pleasant surprise to them. Pennell scores! No look for Rob Pennell. Woods off to a great start.
There's a flag on the play. The goal will be good.
There was a foul on the play. Cannon's foul is interference. That's wiped out by the goal. Good goal, all even face-off.
Thank you, Matty Palin, one of our officials tonight.
There's Rob Pennell. He owns goal line extended. When you think of his Hall of Fame career, if you turn on the tape, this is patented Rob Pennell, because when he gets to goal line extended, he's got options. As a passer, as a guy who could beat you on an inside roll or a question mark, or just use straight strength right there. Low center of gravity. They're so worried about the rollback question mark with Pennell that the front side often is open.
Rafis will get another look this time. This time he doesn't miss. Well, that's got to be great news for Coach Quirk, because he told me when I talked to him yesterday, Rafis has struggled a little bit. You think about his season, that's just his third goal for the lefty.
Yeah, they were expecting big things after a rookie year in 2021, where he arrived on the scene, and you said to yourself, the Cannons have a pro. This time, he dips the shoulder in the head. Watch Jack Kelly, he bites for it on his knees. Rafis cashes in.
Rotated through, here's Jonesy up top. Garnsey. Now inside, Pennell, beautiful passing. Bertrand finishes it off.
Perfection. When Rob Pennell makes this pass, I'm saying to myself, ooh, maybe one too many. But you had the finisher, Charlie Bertrand, who's emerging as a superstar in this league. You saw him last week in Dallas. Sports Center, #1 top play through the legs. This time a traditional overhand shot. He's losing his angle. The unselfishness of Rob Pennell. The finish of Charlie Bertrand. This is gorgeous. Catches it, uses the turf, bounces it to the upper corner, all smiles.
Why not? Sports Center top 10 background. Seems to have found a home here with Cannons. Quick shot by Lyle. Wow! How did he get enough mustard on that cart?
Because his sixth sense is at a completely different level than every lacrosse player in the universe. You watch the ball movement here. This is gorgeous. Behind the cage, Stephen Rafis understands ball movement and rotation. The ball gets up top, and then the force feed to Lyle Thompson.
With Bertrand, he just ran right by Ebb at that time. Now Pennell coming upfield. Slide comes quickly to Kavanaugh, and he scores!
This is gorgeous finish by Matt Kavanaugh, but a better feed by Rob Pennell. Rob, what's allowed you to have a different level of vision tonight with these two back-to-back assists?
I love assists. Just keep passing to my teammates, trust them that they're going to finish. We're doing a great job right now offensively, sharing the ball. Just got to keep it going here. A lot of game left.
These last 2 weeks, I've seen a different Charlie Bertrand. When you watch him play, what pops?
I mean, he's just great. He does it all. He's playing confident here in his second year. You know, he's got hands for inside, yet he can dodge, you know, with the best of them. So great playing with Birdie, and, you know, he's got a hell of a career ahead of him.
Thank you, Rob.
A couple of times already.
They'll switch every time on picks.
Short-lived, but it has happened. And now you've got a situation here where Nolting is on Perkovic, and he takes advantage of it.
He was a bloody mess a week ago. Down in Dallas. The book on Asher Nolting, he's tough as nails. His ability to get to the rack with underrated speed and obvious power.
He's got 8 saves, and he's saving 73% of the shots he's facing. He's been great tonight. So is this guy right here, T.D. Erlin. Wins possession again. Over to Hartzell. Will he let it fly? He does. Bounces it into the net. Been a big day for the Poles, for the Redwoods. Couple of 2-point goals.
He is a cagey vet. I saw him warming up prior to the game. He told me he feels better than he's felt all season long. Said he's healthy. He's hungry. And let me tell you something. This is a guy over the years who's been able to shoot well over 100 miles an hour with that 6-foot pole. TD scoops up that face-off opportunity. No one picks up Kyle Hartzell, and that's the second time now the Cannons are not respecting the shooting from defenders for the Redwoods. Eddie Glazner's got that too, and now Kyle Hartzell.
Hartzell, 36 years of age. Remember that Team USA World Championship team that won it in Netanya? Katie standing by with Kyle.
Thanks, guys. Kyle, short sticks can't have all the fun, can they?
No, they can't. TD kind of squirted one out there, and I just saw an opening, and he kind of tossed it to me. I'll pick up, pick up the ground ball, and just let it fly.
What have you guys thought about the defense thus far?
We're playing great. I'm kind of giving them some goals. We had one in transition, and then the last one we got to slide to Asher Nolting there with a short stick. So just got to slide her, I think, a little bit earlier and just communicate. We'll be good.
Thanks for the time.
You're welcome.
The slide if needed.
Demand the ball if you're Stephen Rafis. Here it is. No stick.
Up top, Zlanian thought about shooting it. Does not. Now a big-time shot. Donville. Just when you go down, the largest deficit of the game, who was going to be the key? Maybe 33 for Cannons.
Watch when Stephen Rafis gets the ball on this drone shot right here. Stephen Rafis gets the ball. Garrett Epple doesn't have a stick. So off ball, the Redwoods are concerned with that matchup. Rafis spins it to who?
Donville.
Jonathan Donville eventually, I think, can be an elite player in the PLL.
This time they'll put a pole on him. And a beautiful check. It's about 2.5 minutes left to play in this first half. Brenner fires. He beats Kelly on the shot. Maybe this is the run we just talked about from Cannons at the end of the first half. Kelly says, my bad.
Ryan Drenner's game is real. That's his 16th of the season. He's 6th in the league in goals as a midfielder. I feel like he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's such a scoring threat with only 2 assists. If you're the Redwoods, when 22 and White has the ball, he's going to the rack. You have to slide and slide early to Drenner. Play him as a dodger and a shooter first and a passer second.
I feel like he had that little hitch right at that 2-point arc.
Short stick defensive midfielder.
Nakai wide open. Look at that move to get open by Nakai Montgomery. He's playing on both sides of the field for Nat St. Laurent. He's been a great defensive midfielder in terms of making that adjustment coming out of Duke as a rookie. And there you can see the offensive prowess if he stays on the field.
There's his mom. She's got a reason to celebrate. Been there every step of the way for Nakai. Through the youth years in Dallas, you want to talk about feet, man. Ryan Drenner had that little hitch. Look at the quickness in the hitch upfield. The hitch upfield gets Jonathan Donville to bite. And where's all the space? It's the placement of that dodge that does it for me, though. He does that dodge high enough so when he comes out, he's got a lot of real estate and a great angle to work with.
The defender to bite.
I like when Perkovic and Jones pry the defense at the 2-point line.
Great pass. Bertrand finishes it off. Those two have been something special tonight. Pennell to Bertrand. Again, Woods extend their lead.
Chris, I told you, pieces to a puzzle with a power play. If you have those two guys up top, in Miles Jones and Sergio Perkovic, you see all the pressure up top. If you can counter with a skip pass down low and get it to Rob Pennell, he's going to find Charlie Bertrand inside. With Charlie Bertrand inside at the power play, that changes a little bit of everything because he can can it in tight.
Lyle inside, beautiful feed. Conkerton finishes it off right on the doorstep. That's like a Wayne Gretzky feed finding Yari Curry cutting to the net, you know?
But what it also is Lyle Thompson knowing the two-man game. You see the pick there. They're a little slow to react. Like, does Epple switch? Does he follow through and go with Thompson? That gets all the Redwoods jerseys looking at Thompson, right? Because he has that short little step on Garrett Epple.
Hey, Arden, you're on.
Oh, Thompson rolled the other way, beat Kelly. As you were hearing, Glazner barking out the instructions.
You heard my go. That's when Eddie was the hot man, meaning he was the slide man. Then you said Arden, you. That meant Arden Cohn, you're the slide guy. Well, guess what? Lyle Thompson has mastered this backhand type of shot, and this is the perfect counter. Everyone plays him as a backhand shooter. What does he do that time, Chris? He turns around and shoots with his right hand. Everyone knows he shoots right there backhand. That's the counter.
Right over Jack Kelly's left ear. Saw it way too late.
Defenders are so conscious of that backhand. He's tired.
Yeah, Jones is gassed right now.
Yeah, he's gassed. He's going to have to come off.
You got a guy like the Kai who doesn't need to come off. He shoots, scores. Isn't that beautiful for a short stick defensive midfielder like that? I mean, what an advantage to have a player like that.
That is the definition of a midfielder, Chris.
Like old school, like
throwback
we
uniforms, throwback style.
Right.
A guy that could play defense, offense. It doesn't matter. Give one in green an opportunity to make a play with a first step. Elite athleticism and a nose for the cage. We got a ball game in Denver.
Oh, gets by Jones. Nolting. He and Cohen collide, and Nolting finishes it. That was two tractor trailers smashing into each other.
A lot of times an offensive player, when they feel defensive pressure like that, Asher Nolting saying to himself, Arden Cole, you want to play big boy lacrosse? You want to bang? Let's bang.
Boom.
Like, that is a big physical presence who is not shying away from contact. He's actually seeking it out. And Cone, if you look at him and the size of his legs and how strong he is, that tells you everything you need to know about the rookie Asher Nolting. The strength that he possesses around goal line extended and the fire in the belly.
Second tonight for Nolting. Wow, getting wrapped around the neck. They want a flag, and Coach Quirk's going to get it.
That's going to be a hold.
Yep.
So this team has made some serious lineup changes.
They lost by 1 to the Water Dogs last week in Dallas, the hottest team in the league.
Aslanian's another 30 in white. He gives you an outside presence with the left hand.
Rafus, good look. Score! We're tied up. There's Donville finishing, and Rafus with a beautiful feed.
The future of this league is completely off the charts. You saw a rookie in Asher Nolting. Now you have another in Jonathan Donville as you hear the call from Matt Palem. I think it was a
on the
hold.
play. It was a hold that gets wiped out by the goal. Good goal, all even face-off.
Yeah, we had Garrett Epple on a hold
Great look here.
on Lyle Thompson. But watch Jonathan Donville here. Oh, what a opportunity to find space and to bring your defender high and then shade low. That is masterful, right? Jonathan Donville is following ball side, right? And then he back cuts towards the pipe. The awareness of the rookie.
First tie since the opening whistle. Advantage back to his right, one-handed, falls down. Goodrich all over him.
Goodrich defends like a close defender. Like, you can't attack him because he's a shorty. He's too elite.
Bertrand got some space, got open, behind the back, scores! Are you kidding me? What are we watching with 41?
I'll tell you what you're watching. Another young star, second year out of the University of Virginia. A steal as a third-round pick. And back-to-back Sports Center top 10 highlights. Last week in Dallas, it was through the legs. In Denver, it's behind the back.
He just sets up Morocco, too, with that little hitch in his step. The presence of mind to do that.
You want to know what? It's the right shot. You're going down.
Miles. Skip to Rafis. Oh, behind the back pass. Cockerton finishes! Look, it's been a long, hot week here in Denver. These fans have slogged their way through this heat wave. What a reward. Friday night, come to Barton Stadium.
So awesome. I am watching this game, one play after another, whether it's Nick Morocco in the first half, back-to-back saves, Charlie Bertrand behind the back, now Stephen Rafis, BTB pass to Mark Cockerton on the low left pipe. How does he squeak this one in? He gets it inside of Jack Kelly. That is an elite left-handed finisher. I told you off the top, he's the perfect complement to Lyle Thompson, the righty, and Asher Nolting, the righty.
Off. Kelly's trying everything he can, pulling out everything out of the bag of tricks. Trying to get the better of Erlin here to start the fourth. Here's Bertrand on a shorty. He's been taking advantage of it all night long. Garnsey, back to Pinnell. Coming upfield. Spins and scores! A little question mark from Rob Pinnell.
This is masterful. If you remember, in the first quarter, when Rob Pinnell came around goal line extended, he used the front side dodge because they were scared of the question mark. This time, they're threatened by the top side dodge. How does he counter? With the question mark. That is a future Hall of Fame attackman finding out what the defense is giving him from a pressure perspective and then answering. They're playing so aggressive top side there. What does he do? He rolls with the question mark. It was the opposite in the first quarter.
Five-holing Morocco. Redwoods reclaim the lead. Cannons have never led in this game. Now tied it a couple of times here in the late going, but they've never been able to claim the lead. Tipped, won't be over and back. Big time scrum for the loose ball. Look at Lyle. Lyle wins the battle. Oh, he gets free too and scores! What an unbelievable goal! He took on the entire Redwoods and won.
The ground ball is incredible. But the ability to take an extra step when the entire team is draped all over you, that little hitch does so much. It frees up his hands, but increases his angle right there. Drops his foot in the dirt. Cone thinks he has Thompson. Thompson has different plans. Drops his foot in the dirt with the beautiful finish. But that takes guts and that takes awareness, because when he saw Cone, a lot of offensive players would have just shot right there. He trusts when Glazner slides, he's going to have backup.
Garnsey. Beats his defender, can't beat all three of them though, but he gets a shot off and scores! Never mind, he can beat all three of them. I've seen it all. I've seen it all tonight.
It's the best players in the world pushing the sport to new limits. Charlie Bertrand, Lyle Thompson. Anything you can do tonight, I can do better. Ryder Garnsey. And this is a crazy statement with the goal of the night.
Jonesy has been a horse tonight, 15. He has been up and down the field. Hanging in there, Bertrand as well. Shoots, scores on the run.
The confidence of 41 in green. We could talk about the between the legs, the behind the backs. He's also a horse of a midfielder that could shoot through pressure.
Gonna get it from DeMeo. Works around it. Garnsey's gonna have to make something happen on his own, and he does!
This is the shot that Lyle has made famous. And it's so difficult to defend. And Ryder Garnsey right here, he's one-handed. You see, Jack Kilty is fighting like heck right now to deny the top side. The underrated strength of Ryder Garnsey and the awareness around goal line extended. The back-to-back creative goals by Ryder Garnsey in critical spots in the fourth quarter.
Cohen picks up the loose ball, and that's going to do it. And a moment to exalt and maybe breathe a sigh of relief.